Oh, look at that.
Ain't that pretty? God, look at that red on top.
See the barnwood right there.
Yeah.
So what it is, I put log siding all the way around 3/4 of it and barnwood on the end.
Yeah. And barnwood on the other end.
Just up in the gable.
Up in the gable.
Just up in the gable end.
Which
is
the gable
barnwood.
end is the triangle.
Yep.
Yeah.
That little triangle right there. So on the other end, you just got barnwood there. And here I put barnwood on the whole end of the house. And we're going to build a customized door
Aww.
for that right there. Custom door. That's the bathroom window. That's the big living room window.
Yeah.
Hey,
What-
everybody.
Ooh.
We're talking about our tiny house.
And you said the door is going to be some kind of signature door.
Yeah, we're going to make our own front doors. Every one of them going to be homemade right here in ITH.
Okay. Ah. Everybody's loving the red. Looking good.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah. I like that a lot. That looks good with that barnwood.
There's so many details of this we can't get in because she loses signal when she comes inside.
I know.
What I did when Bryce and I did this, we left the natural edge down on the bottom,
Yep.
so it's scraggly looking on the bottom here. You know, so it looks really cool.
That's so pretty.
This is all barnwood, all right here, and then we're gonna put the door. And remember, this is gonna have a screen door, and the door's gonna open to the inside,
Wow.
right? We haven't done anything to the inside.
Oh, I can see it pretty good here on the end right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything's done on the outside.
Wow.
So we got, in the morning, we'll spray foam it in the morning.
Wow.
I can start putting the V-groove on the walls and knocking it out. So you're probably looking, I think, maximum 2 days will be out of that thing. So that makes us
Wow.
about 7 days on this house.
Oh my God, that is so cute.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
I mean, it looks like a little cabin, just a little cottage cabin,
Yeah.
cute look.
And there's so many details. You can put flower boxes on the
Yes,
outside, shutters on the outside.
Yep.
We made all this up just so you guys can see what you can do with it once you get your home.
Yes.
Everybody, I don't know what everybody's known about what we've been doing here for the last week. Just to recap the whole week is that we started this last Saturday.
Yes.
An attempt to sell 30 homes in 30 days is what I thought, okay, we give them a month
Right.
to try to sell 30 homes. And we sold 30 homes in 7 days.
Yeah.
We sold them all. So all 30 homes have been spoken for. The money's in.
Yeah.
We're good to go.
Yep.
So there you go, everybody. It is an amazing, I don't know what to say.
Right.
I mean, I'm speechless. Last night, I couldn't go to sleep. I was in the container, and I just kept running through my mind everything and the people and what everybody has said and how I don't know. I just think it's a miraculous thing. People have bought all 30 sight unseen homes because they trust
Yes.
our company. They trust who we are.
Right.
That house is framed. It's going to be spray foamed. It's wired by Jeffries, electrician plumbed.
It's gonna have a trailer.
Just like all of us. Trailers
It
right
will
out
be
here.
on. It will be on a brand
Yeah,
new trailer.
Brand new trailer, jacking it up, putting it in. It's got double axle trailer with
Because in the
brakes.
beginning it was one axle.
Yeah, and I talked to the trailer manufacturer, and he said, you know what, let's go with 2 light axles and put double axle on there. And
Fantastic.
it pulls a little bit better. you
Yeah,
know?
that's right.
But this house is going to be really light, even though we got barnwood on it, but it's going to be a lot lighter than our normal homes. It's not as tall. The walls aren't as tall. So
Right.
I'm really curious to see how much it's going to weigh.
That would be.
I'm hoping
yeah.
it's going to be I'm thinking maybe 5,000-6,000 pounds.
That's great.
The whole thing. Isn't
Yeah.
that cool? Now, you know what? And I wish we could go inside, but you
Let
know
me
what?
try it. You want to try
It's
it?
going to be dark in there.
Well, let's try just a little bit. Now, if I start losing you guys, please let me know and I'll go back outside.
See the barnwood right here? Isn't that cool? This is the front
Yeah,
of the
that's
house.
cool.
But we still boxed in the soffits,
Yes.
the bird box, and all that stuff. We still boxed it in, so it's still got some structural integrity. It looks
Right.
like, you know.
Yep.
It's not just a thrown together shack.
God, it's
This is
pretty.
the trim. This is barn wood. This is actual stuff that we purchased.
Yeah. Now this barnwood, just like any other wood, it can be polyed.
Oh,
Or,
yeah.
I mean, stained, I'm sorry.
Poly, let it go the way it is.
Yep.
Sure can.
Can it be left exposed like
Yeah,
this?
forever.
Can it? Okay.
Yeah, this is oak.
Okay.
So it's solid. There's no rotting wood on here. It's just been weathered.
Well, that's what everybody's paying for because it takes so long for barnwood to, to age.
Inside, there's a triangle on the other end, up top. You'll see that roof triangle. I bet it's too dark now, isn't it?
Yeah, I can see a little bit though. Oh, look at it. It's cool.
But I actually love, and I told him the other night, that the living room, there's an actual living room. You could have a sofa. You could have 2 lazy boy chairs, a TV, and a coffee table, and walk around this thing.
Right.
I don't think I've ever built one with this big of a living room, and it's in a 16-footer.
Wow.
Everybody, now, I'm using the sofa maybe as a pull-down bed.
Yes.
The loft up top is going to be about 44 inches.
Okay.
Okay, so you're not going to have a big loft. We usually go 52, and it's big, but you got a triangle, see, so you lose a lot. But we're going to have the water heater up there and a couple other things.
Thaddeus says it's froze. So I'm going to go back out here.
Let's go back out.
I don't know why. Okay, I'm back out. It just started freezing.
All right. Are we good?
Yeah. Now, and I think, Sam, I didn't know if you wanted to give him a call.
I forgot to call Sam.
Because I'll let him tell it because he has the list and he knows all the details, but I think he said there was 90% of the money in, so I'm not sure. Just want to double check here.
Hello?
We're a little late for our 5 o'clock show, Sam.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 5:18.
I know. I got you on. The world is listening to you. Have you been working today?
It's Saturday. Does anybody work on Saturday? Of course I've been working today.
Sam works every day.
I've spent the day apologizing to everybody.
Oh, man. So, how's it going?
Sorry I am. They lost out on that 30 and 30, but that's okay.
Well, how many people still wanted a house?
Probably about a half a dozen or so, and there's still some people on my list that I've got to call in. I mean, they know now, but I want to call and just touch base and make sure they know we forgot about them and let them know what's going on, and just let them know that we appreciate them being there for us and trying to help us out.
I didn't know, Sam, we'd even sell one house, and
I know.
and then to come to the end and having such a draw for this, it's hard to tell people no, and I know you apologize to them and all this stuff. It's like we don't ever say no to anybody. We want to build everything and everybody won. It's just that I felt it was fair for me to say no at 30, and I really don't have any supplies to build more
materials.
than 30.
Yeah,
But I wanted to be fair to people too. It's like if they hurried up to get it in before the 30. It would not be fair to me to build 31, 32, 33.
No,
Absolutely.
And so I just wanted everybody to know that. I wish I could build 100 of these things. But I had to call it quits at 30 and be fair to everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I've just been telling everybody, Randy, he's a little on the nutty side, so you never know what's going to happen next, and God knows what he's going to do next and what he's going to come up with next. So, and they're in the same boat. They're just kind of waiting to see what you do. They want an interesting adventure, so.
Well, believe me, this has got me thinking about, stuff in the future. So it's exciting. I've got my wheels spinning. So who knows what'll happen in the future? But right now, I'm overwhelmed by the gratitude of people just believing in us and what we've done here.
It's phenomenal. But slow those wheels, turn a little bit, huh? Give us a break.
Yeah, give me a break. I know it.
Wait, let's take a week. Just kind of enjoy the flow of the moment.
Oh, I want to knock these out. I'm just excited about building these things.
You got to get your butt going. But now Liz and I are going to sit back and we're going to drink pina coladas and have umbrella chases.
That's fine.
That's what we're going to do for next week. So, hey, do I get a couple minutes to tell you a story?
Yep, go right ahead. I got you on. Everybody's listening to you.
Okay, so it's an older story. It goes back to a few years ago. And I thought about it today when I was talking to a woman. And I thought, maybe I should share this with her, but I didn't because it just didn't seem appropriate. But years ago, I was in a group here in town called Project Pup. And what it was is volunteers that took their animals in that had been certified as therapy dogs. And we would go got involved in the actual hospitals, working with stroke patients, and then eventually went into head and neck and block wards with the dogs and stuff like that. This particular day, and the dogs got so used to it, they were just loved it. This particular day, I'd worked all day, and when I got off work, and I was, I worked hard because I sat behind a desk all day, and so I was physically exhausted. But on my way home, I was just feeling like, I don't want to do this. I just don't have the energy. I'm not in the mood. I don't want to be bothered with this. These people can do without me. I just want to go home, just kick my feet up and just forget about it. Got home, the dogs knew what day it was, so they were all excited. And I thought, well, fine, we'll go, but we're going to hurry this thing up. We're going to do it as fast as we can. So I drove to the hospital, got in, walked into the locked ward. They buzzed me in. And as I walked in, there's only like maybe 10 rooms, 15 rooms in the whole ward. At the end of the hall, there's this woman down there. And she was at the time probably in her mid-40s. And the minute I walked in, she starts waving, come on down, come on down, come on down. And I looked at her and I thought, don't mess with me, lady. I'm not in the mood today. And I said, to myself, I'm thinking, oh, God, she's probably got her mother or her father in there. And, they're not doing good. And she wants a few minutes of happiness for them with the dogs. So I went in, visited the first people, talked to them for a while. And every time I came out of the room, she was at the end of the hall waving me down. So by the time I get close to her, I'm at the point now where I hate this lady because she's just driving me crazy, wanting me to hurry up and get down there. And so finally I get to her room, and I'm in this mood now because I didn't want to be there to begin with. And she says, oh, thank you so much for coming down. I can't tell you how much appreciation I have, blah, blah, blah. I go walk into the room, and laying in the bed is her daughter, who is my age. And she had been in an automobile accident and got thrown through the windshields. She couldn't move. She was totally paralyzed. She couldn't talk. The only way that she communicated was with her eyes. She would blink yes and no. And I stood there and I looked at the walls, and they were covered with pictures of her being so physically active and skiing, and pictures of her dogs and things that she was doing. And I stood there for a few minutes, and I felt so horrible that my day was so bad that I didn't want to take the time out to spend just 5 minutes with this girl. From that day on, I lived my life with the attitude is that so could have been me.
Yeah.
And if I can, I'm going to give everything I can to the people that are around me. And that's kind of how I feel with the people that are coming to tiny homes and incredible tiny homes. They I don't know, they lift me up.
Oh.
And they give you this spirit that's amazing. And this week has been an amazing week because of that.
Oh, that's awesome. So you,
Yep.
so you got blessed along with all these other people getting houses.
Oh, God, yeah. 100
Isn't that
fold.
cool?
It's just been, amazing.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Well, thanks, Sam. I appreciate that. Yeah.
And they're saying they love Sam.
Everybody's commenting. They love you, Sam. We appreciate you. I know I do, and Amanda and everybody here. I mean, you're bringing in the jobs. You're representing us, and every single customer talks to you first, and so you set forth the
tone.
the tone that we need for our company. So, you've always respected me and what I've started here, and would take a bullet for me. So I appreciate it.
Oh, God, yeah. So,
Yeah.
but it's just such a pleasure. I mean, it really is. I can't even explain it, but it really is a pleasure. Whereas when you talk to these people,
Yeah.
and they share their lives with you, and they include you in their lives, and all of a sudden, you just your day becomes brighter,
Yeah.
and it's just a wonderful experience. It really is.
Well, good. Well, thanks. And we got all 30 done, and we're ready to go. And so now you can, what, man?
Oh, real quick, 17, Alyssa said, on
How many?
the lot. 17.
Oh, on the lots, we have 17 lot deposits that are in.
It's confirmed, Alyssa
Confirmed.
said.
And then we've got 13 contracts out that have not been returned yet with any money. So we're pending on that. So we can still sell lots out here. And I'm going to announce it today. because I've thought about it, and you'd mentioned it too, but we can continue if we want to in the lots. After I get it surveyed, I know we have we have room. Probably, I know we have room for probably 3 phases, but we can actually go ahead with a second phase. So if people want to, we can, I'm not going to say, yeah, but if we have an influx of a lot of people that still want to go in this community, but I have to have another 30. I can't just
But you have to start it at 30, right?
Yeah, because that's the length. It's actually how many lots I can get on the length of the property. So, I got property. I just don't have materials and time to keep building homes at 15,000. But we do have property. So, if there's an interest, oh my gosh, that would be phenomenal.
Yeah.
To get 60 lots in this community right off the bat.
Right.
30 is a dream.
Yeah.
The whole city.
Yeah.
Yeah, 30. I mean, I didn't know we'd even get one. I swear to God, I didn't think we'd get one on the lot. But if we can get 30 on this, I mean, I don't care to say, okay, we'll keep that open, but we can't do it until we get another 30.
Yeah. And we have to wait till this 30. Yeah.
All right, Sam.
So you be open up Jonesville. That's what you're doing.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for taking our call.
Hey, anytime. I love talking to you guys. I love talking to little people. Tell them, keep calling. I'll tell them, keep calling. You don't know what's coming in the future. You got questions they don't understand. They need information. They want to ask questions. Don't hesitate. Give me a call. Send me an email. Let me know. And we'll get you the information we need. And we'll work with you. We'll help you until you get to the point where you can get your tiny home that you want. That's what we're here for.
All right.
We just want to make those tiny homes. We want to make your life better. So call me. I'm lonely some days.
All right, Sam. Well, thank you very much. I'll see you.
Okay. Y'all take care. I love you. Be safe. Talk to you soon.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Sam.
You know what was funny is that when I started this business in the back of Amanda's backyard, Tom was needing work. Tom had, we'd all lost everything in 09 and 08 when we were building.
Right.
And then he was just scouring, looking for work. And he was doing okay, but he was just fighting to get back on his feet. So I got, Tom came in, and he's employed here now. And then Joseph is the young guy. Joseph's dad and I have been buddies since we were 19. So I've known Joseph all his life. He was needing a place to reside and be a part of, and he's been here ever since. And then Sam they did a downsizing in his company. And he had been there 20-some years, and they laid him off. And he was, here he is, 60 maybe years old and looking for a job.
Yeah.
And so this company has employed him now. And it's totally given him a purpose and a job, and so many more of us. All the guys out here. Chuck, that's working here as a carpenter now, he's been here a little over 2 years, and he worked in a chicken plant. Cutting up chickens in a slaughterhouse, really. And Chuck is awesome. He's working here, and he's a carpenter now. He's doing really good.
He's so grateful.
Yeah, Mike was a carpenter and a heavy equipment operator. Just floating, you guys. It's hard. It's a hard business to be a carpenter out here because the economy floats up and down, and it's you work in the elements. You don't work in the rain, and you're off work a lot, and you're looking for jobs, and it's just tough. Okay. For 3 years, better than 3 years now, I've not missed a day's work or a payday, and we've paid these guys. And as we've gotten bigger and bigger, we actually had about 15, 16 guys, and I had to let go of about 5 before we moved here.
Right.
Restructuring. Well, we've got 11 of us now.
And it was a restructuring of the guys, and also a restructuring of how you was getting back to the basic tiny homes and things like that.
I was spending, we were not wasting money, but we were not having, our payroll was too high for the output.
Right.
We were not going to make it as a company. So I had to restructure, and it made me feel bad because I love these guys that we had to let go. But at the same time, I learned in companies and businesses, you have to do that.
Yeah.
I'm not a good businessman because I think I care too much, and I'll pay out more than what's coming in, and I end up getting hurt in the long run because I run out of money because I wanted to pay for the special things on the houses or pay guys' salaries. The workshop that's coming here, this is a workshop. This is the Maddens. It's a 24-foot house. They're coming in tomorrow, and that'll start a workshop. It's our last workshop of the year.
we don't know when we're going to start our workshops up again. I have some ideas of how I want to go about doing that. And it's going to be a totally different type of workshop when we do it in the future. And we want it to be fun. We want it to
But
be
changes had to be
knowledgeable.
made.
Yeah, I had to make some changes, everybody. And we're still tweaking.
Right.
You know, we're still changing a lot of things. Like I talked about, our customs. And now after this is all done, I'll get together. I want to do more information for everybody to let them know what we're doing with our business, because I think you guys want to hear how we're structuring things and what
Right.
we're building, right? And what's neat about the construction business is that everything's always changing. The materials are changing all the time. The innovations change.
Right.
And there's different types of materials I want to use, not just wood and metal and stuff, which I love
Right.
doing, but there's so many other things you can do on these homes.
Right.
My whole premise of business is to build faster because it costs less, is to keep our prices super low and give you a great home. Now that's three things. You could usually only get two of the three, they always
Right.
say, but I always shoot for the three.
Right.
You know, and I think we can do it. I think that's done. I mean, we're gonna have it done in
Beautiful.
about
Love
7
it.
days.
Yeah.
You know, we're gonna knock that down to 5. And we're gonna get these out of here. Who can build a house for $15,000? Nobody in the country. And you guys know that. That's why you jumped on it.
And,
know?
and your circumstances were just so unique.
Yeah.
So,
It surely was. And it's just, it's not in the mindset of carpenters and builders out here to do this. You know, when I work, and I'm probably hard to work with, but I'm always 3 and 4 steps ahead. I lay my hammer down, my wood, my saw, for where I'm going to be going.
Right.
You know, and so I save time, and things don't take as long as they would normally take, you know.
Right.
And I'm telling you, another thing is actually taking care of yourself physically. I know if I felt bad all the time, I wouldn't be as quick and, you know, responsive. So
right.
anyway, this is it, everybody. Thank you so much. We made 30 homes in 7 days.
It's amazing.
We got 17 lots. We'd love to get 30. I'd hate to send these people back their $6,000 because
Exactly.
they want to live here. If you're even remotely thinking about wanting a community, I've developed a community in Sevier County near Gatlinburg, and it was called Brothers Cove.
Yes.
And if you'd like to look at Brothers Cove online, it's a company that's still online. It's a company I used to own, a resort. And I think there's probably 2 or 3 miles of road that I developed.
Beautiful.
73 homes,
Yeah.
a big lodge, 2 or 3 offices, maintenance
Huge
barns.
pool.
We were featured in Southern Living magazine in October of '07.
Yeah.
So I say all that to say this development, knowing that I have the money, okay, it's $180,000
Yeah, for 30. Yeah.
that we need to put into that community.
Right.
Knowing that money's there, I've got bids and estimates of what it's going to cost
Yeah.
already. It'll be done right. It'll be done to everything that needs to be done.
Right.
You know, as soon as we get the 30, I'm starting.
Yeah.
I'm calling the surveyor. I'll call the city. They'll be putting us on their books.
Yeah.
And we're ready to roll. So
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
And then that's whenever you'll get all the details, all the restrictions, everything out to everybody.
yeah.
To show what it's going to be. Yeah.
We've got somewhat of a basic format that I want to go by.
Yeah.
But I've been doing a lot of thinking on some other areas, and we've got this land now. It's not the one in Bybee, so we've got some different.
Yeah.
I got some different ideas of what I want to do here, and so yeah, I think it's going to be really cool. Like I said, we'll have a
Really
laundry
beautiful.
facility out there. I want to build a pavilion. We
Yeah.
will have a pavilion that you can build a fire. It'll have a roof and a fireplace,
Yeah.
outdoor fireplace, so you can get out there and have
and
birthday
people can
parties.
meet. Exactly. Meet
Hang
up.
out.
Hang out.
Yeah.
A
And
community.
I hope people can just walk and talk. And you know, the thing is I could have crammed in twice as many homes
Right.
on that road.
Right.
We could have got 60 homes on the one.
Yes.
We really could. If you go to a campground, you'll see.
Yeah.
As much as everybody wants to be a part of a community,
Yeah.
and you want your neighbors and you want to be with like-minded people,
Right.
you need your privacy.
You still need your privacy. That's
you need
right.
your individuality. You want to pull them blinds. You don't want to talk to nobody sometimes. You've got to be able to do that.
Right.
And that's why I did that. I think in the longevity of this community, that hopefully people will want to be and live here for the years to come.
Exactly.
You know? So you can call your place a home. You'll have a
Yeah.
place to plant little flowers
Yeah.
outside.
And Janet
all
made
that.
a really good, a cute little point. She said the community will be like the jam, and it really will, because most of the people that are coming into the community are already in the groups, met each other at both of our jams, and already know each other. So,
That's so
you're going to
cool.
be living with kind of like an extended family.
Yeah.
It'll be nice.
Yesterday, when we thought we may have close to the 30 if the contracts come in,
Yeah.
I was just thinking, man, the jam is just going to be so cool because we got the community that people can walk and go see.
Yes, people can show their homes and everything.
I mean, we're talking 30 homes will
Yes.
be here, mm-hmm. plus our models. It's going to be.
And what would be so
Wow.
nice if go ahead and get the first phase in.
Yeah.
It would be nice to have a jam and then show everybody the second phase so they can walk the land, see the lots, all that stuff. But we got to get that first 30 first.
Yeah,
So
everybody-
we do not want to send money back, guys.
No, I think it'd be fun.
Yeah.
You know what? What company in the United States works and has a community all on the same
Yeah.
property? So I just thought about it. My gosh, we could have a big jam.
Mm-hmm.
Those are 30 homes. Where do you go except for maybe the big jamboree down in Texas? They got
Yeah.
more than 30 homes to look at.
Exactly.
Plus, you have a factory.
Exactly. And everybody's going to they're going to be proud of their home. So they're going to want to show it off and show everything. And, maybe everybody can bake a little something, or, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It'd be really nice. It'd be great.
Yeah. I don't know. Everybody, hey, this is what this has brought. As you can see, we're a little bit different than most companies or
Oh,
people
yeah.
out here in how we handle things. I can't tell you enough how I'm so proud that you believed in me to build you a $15,000 house sight unseen.
Yeah.
And 30 of them.
Amazing.
This is cool.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Any questions? Anything I can answer?
One of the things Karen was talking about, I guess she said the house wrap. So I don't know if she was meaning the underpinning or like for this house, for the 15,000. Like what's going on? It gets on the trailer and the customer, just like anybody that buys their home, what do they do for that? I think that's what she means.
Yeah, well, I mean, it depends on where you go. You can underpin it. You can put skirting around the bottom. You can doll it up like that. This is all spray foamed. It's waterproofed and
Yeah.
all that stuff.
I just love the spray foam. That's just, my God, how
Yeah.
efficient. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're good to go.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thanks again for tuning in. May or may not be here tomorrow. I don't know if we'll come in tomorrow or not. We're going to be spray foaming vegan, but for sure we'll be here Monday evening.
Oh, now Karen said, just real quick, house wrap. Now, what do you mean by house wrap, Karen? You know what she means?
This is a house wrap. See the Lowe's house wrap?
Yes.
Okay, I did not use Lowe's house wrap on here because I didn't even use
Oh,
plywood
I
on
see
here.
what you're saying. Okay.
I didn't use plywood. I'm a believer that I think the house wrap is not even needed.
Right.
The reason I didn't put house wrap on is because the spray foam would have stuck to the house wrap and not to the siding. So
I
what I
see.
did is I put the studs in and the siding. There's no plywood on there.
Right.
So then when we spray foam, it sticks to the plywood, the 2x4s, and everything.
Right.
I've built 2 other homes like this. Perfect. Everything is fine.
Yeah.
I've always said these homes are built to a certain
They're
code.
overly built.
They're way overly built.
Yeah.
And I've used 1x4s for studs.
Right.
I've used 1x6s for rafters.
Yeah.
I built my mom and dad's house up on top of our resort with
Yeah.
1x12 rough sawn lumber. The strongest house I'd ever built.
Wow.
And it went through tons of high winds up on top of a big mountain. These things are all overbuilt. As you go look into an RV is made out of 2x2s. All right, we've got them 1 foot on center. I've got them diagonally braced. We got it's done. That's why I said this home is my design. This is the way I want to build it, and I am standing behind what I've built. It's not going to fall apart. It's
Right.
built strong, solid, warm, and cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good deal.
All right, everybody.
Yep.
Thanks so much. I'll see you guys probably Monday evening.
Yep.
All right.